Chase Bank may have single-handedly ruined the FICO scores of hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of its clients overnight, coming within a couple to a few weeks of the dismantling of the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Chase Bank has decided to start reporting business credit card usage on personal credit reports. That's right. Any of you who may be familiar with how business credit cards typically work with the majority of financial institutions, especially large ones, typically what happens is you get a business credit card in the name of your business entity, and you may have to personally guarantee it as the business owner or majority business owner. For the entire history of this entire product and how credit scores normally work and how this whole setup normally works, the personal guarantor is only pulled into the fray as far as being reported on their credit report if there's a default. It is a form of collateral for the issuing bank. Chase Bank has taken it upon themselves, literally again, within a couple to a few weeks of the bureau that normally protects against certain forms of abuses on consumers and their credit reports, has taken it upon themselves to start reporting business credit card data on consumer credit reports. So in most cases, the entire point of the cornerstone of a business credit card is the intent of being able to, for one, separate your activity and your usage and transactions on the business side from your consumer finances. That is the cornerstone point. Another huge point, especially Chase Bank being one of the top 2 financial institutions for this, is banks know this. So they offer great 0% offers on these business credit cards. So what happens for many people in business, not just irresponsible, run the play type of people, but legitimate business owners. I know because I am a business banker by trade in retail banking. So this is right up my alley. It's literally part of what I do all day, every day, is help business owners get access to capital and help them with their business banking needs. What ends up happening is many people are taught and trained by the financial institution, hey, look, this is going to be an opportunity for you to stretch out your cash flow for weeks or 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, because many businesses do businesses and provide goods and services that they don't get paid for days, weeks, or sometimes months. So business credit cards are a very standard form of cash flow management. So you carry balances on them very, very regularly. This is extremely common for legitimate full-scale business operations. This is very common. So unfortunately, for whatever sets of reasons, Chase Bank has taken it upon themselves to take the cornerstone usage of the product, which is the separation of business and personal, financial transactions, and the very standard, 0% offers where you can carry these balances at 0%. Keep it off your utilization personally and minimize the interest cost of carrying those balances while you're managing your cash flow as a business. Chase Bank has literally pulled the rug under hundreds of thousands to millions of business credit card holders that are highly likely carrying 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90% utilization balances, and with no warning, no emails, no letters in the mail, started reporting that utilization on personal credit reports. I can tell you firsthand, this is going to lead to tens to hundreds of points drops per credit report as this hits credit reports. And there's a cascading effect because of the early warning systems and the other entities that were created amongst banks to share information amongst each other. Even if this happens to you for 1 month and you get your invoice in or you get your payment in that you were waiting on to pay that business credit card off, this reporting happens 1 month, it triggers a response to other institutions you may be carrying personal or business credit cards with. And they're now going to see you as a risk because your FICO score has taken such a hit in a short amount of time. And in order to minimize their exposure, they may slash your limits, put spending limits on your cards, or close your card altogether. It's a cascading effect. And this is all happening from one move from Chase Bank. What I see is completely malicious at this point in time until more information comes out or data comes out. I'm literally filming this immediately to finding this out. I'm literally on my way to the office and I had to stop and record this immediately as I started to catch this from clients, started to catch this, out being reported by a couple other YouTubers. and did my own digging, because again, I'm in business bank, I'm in retail banking and business banking, so it's nothing for me to start reaching out to colleagues and getting some insight. This is horrible. This is horrible. If this is turning out to be true, which I am 95% sure it is, this is absolutely horrible, and it's conveniently timed when the CFPB is dismantled, the entity and the bureau, the agency that normally would police this kind of activity. So I just wanted to put this up as a PSA warning for any of you who may be carrying business credit cards by Chase Bank, your Ink cards, the Ink series, the 0% cards, the unlimited, the cash back. Unfortunately, you're being completely betrayed and stabbed in the back by this financial institution who's deciding to report your usage without any warning or communication to you. So you maybe could have paid it off or paid it down, whatever the case may be. This is going to go directly on your credit report and could cause a cascading effect with significant point drops that will trigger other mainstream institutions to think that you're in duress and start cutting lines, cutting credit limits and cutting your spending capacity, or completely closing cards out altogether and forcing the balances in full on those cards to be due. So if you're in this situation, do what you can to protect yourself. Make any adjustments you can. There's not going to be much you can do to defend yourself, because likely if you try to report this as an error on your credit report, Chase Bank will use that as an excuse when they see that you're disputing it to close the card out altogether and see it as fraud or whatever the case may be. So you're in a rock and a hard place if you happen to be a card holder. But I wanted to put this out as soon as I could, same day, to get it out as soon as possible. Hopefully this hits the algorithm well and gets out to people as a warning, not just for the views, but really as a warning, because this is a really horrible update that's coming out that's going to be significantly impactful for business credit card holders and personal guarantors of these cards on their FICO scores, on their credit reports. It's going to be extremely damaging. Comment down below and let me know if you are a Chase Bank business credit card holder, if you're carrying a balance, if this is news to you. Have you seen this report on your credit report? Let me know how you feel about this down below. Let me know the whole point of a bank waiting until the government agency that protects you as a consumer is out of business or being dismantled to put this out there in the first place. Let me know what you think about all this. Comment down below. To all my pioneers, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. I want each of you to follow me on Instagram. The links will be in the description down below. I'm not editing this video, so I can't put the handles on the screen, but I want you to check out the description. I'll put those handles down below. Other than that, I want each and every one of you to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.